Hello, Seiiti Arata. Some people are constantly struggling with anxiety and negative thoughts. If this is your case, maybe you find yourself constantly worrying about the future. Do you realize you're beating yourself up over things that you can't really control? Now, it doesn't make rational sense, right? This means that it is time to take control of your thoughts and start making positive changes in your life. And the good news is that you can use your conscious, thoughtful thinking to train your mind to think more positively and eliminate the negative thoughts. It is a simple process, and you can do it in just a few minutes and have a better understanding of how to reprogram your mind and stop the negative thoughts from holding you back. And the first step in the process of controlling and eliminating the negative thoughts is to become more aware of them. By becoming more aware of your thoughts, you can start to see the patterns in your negative thinking. One way to increase your awareness of negative thoughts is to use a simple technique called thought journaling. Set aside some time each day to write down your negative thoughts as they come to you. This can help you to become more aware of the patterns and themes of your negative thinking. And it can also help you to identify the triggers that are causing these thoughts. And once you've written down your negative thoughts, it is time to challenge them. This is where your conscious, thoughtful thinking comes in. Take a look at the thoughts you've written down and ask yourself if they're true. Are they based on facts or are these assumptions overgeneralizations? Are they helpful? Or are they just causing you unnecessary stress and anxiety? By challenging your negative thoughts, you can start to see them for what they really are: unhelpful and unrealistic. Even if you believe still that your worries are real, in this phase of the exercise, now you should write the arguments to prove how your negative thoughts are wrong. Let me give you an example. Imagine that I'm taking my dog for surgery. So the negative thought I have is that he won't survive the operation. But I don't know if that's true or not. And according to the vet, there are many dogs in similar situations that survive and stay healthy for a long time. So when I put that down in words, I'm helping to push away the negative thought. By becoming more aware of your negative thoughts and actively challenging them, you can start to see a difference in your mood and in your overall quality of life. Your negative thoughts come from System 1, but you can overcome them by activating System 2 thinking. Our brains have two modes of thinking: System 1 and System 2. System 1 is automatic, it's more intuitive, it's the emotional mode of thinking. System 2 is more conscious, thoughtful, or logical mode of thinking. And that's a simplified explanation. If you want to see more details, you can see our Arata Academy summary, episode number 33 of the book Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Negative thoughts and worry and fear usually come from System 1. And that is because System 1 is impulsive. It's judging and making quick decisions based on past experiences and emotional reactions. System 1 is also influenced by biases and beliefs, which can all lead us to distorted and useless thinking. Now, on the other hand, System 2 is more deliberate. It is able to weigh evidence and consider different perspectives. By using System 2, you can step away from negative, automatic thoughts, and you can evaluate them more objectively. Practicing mindfulness is one very good way to use System 2 to create a new way of thinking. Mindfulness is the act of bringing your attention to the present moment without judgment. This can help you to become more aware of your thoughts and feelings and sensations. With mindfulness, you develop a more balanced and non-reactive perspective. And you can see more details on mindfulness by visiting the episode 160 of the Hello, Seiiti Arata series. System 2 is also essential to implement the thought diary that we have already mentioned here, the thought journal. The aim here with this diary is just to write down your negative thoughts and question them. System 2 will help you with that questioning to help you replace the negativity with more realistic and more positive alternatives. In addition to mindfulness and thought journaling, you can also seek support from others. Sometimes our negative thoughts can feel overwhelming and difficult to overcome on our own. In these cases, seeking support from others can be beneficial. So this can involve talking to a therapist or a counselor, joining a support group, or simply confiding in a friend or a family member. By sharing your experiences and challenges with others, we can gain a new perspective. We can find new ways to cope with our negative thoughts. There are 2 episodes of the Hello Seiiti Arata series I would like to recommend. There is episode number 299 on how you should go beyond the superficial "Hi, how are you?" and the episode number 102 on the art of good conversation. Gratitude can help train your brain to focus on the positive and reduce the influence of negative thoughts. Practicing gratitude, that is a powerful way to shift your focus from negative thoughts to positive ones. Gratitude is the act of thankfulness and appreciation for the good things in your life. One way to practice gratitude is to keep a gratitude journal. Every day, take a few minutes to jot down 3 things that you're grateful for. These things can be big or small, can be related to any area of your life. Another way to practice gratitude is to share it with others. Thank someone when they do something for you. Express gratitude to a friend or a family member. If you want a more in-depth process, you can join our happiness training by going to arata.se/happiness, and then you can put positive psychology into practice. By practicing gratitude, you train your brain to think more positively and reduce the influence of the negative thoughts. This is because gratitude activates the areas on your brain that are responsible for positive emotions. Gratitude also reduces anxiety in the stress and anxiety centers of your brain, and in other words, gratitude will help you to feel happier, more relaxed, and it also protects you from the negative effects of stress and anxiety. To overcome negative thoughts and worry, it is important to become more aware of your thoughts and the patterns in your negative thinking. Writing them down can be useful, can be helpful. You can also use your conscious, thoughtful System 2 thinking to challenge, to replace those negative thought patterns with more realistic and positive ones. This can be done through mindfulness and other techniques. Seeking support from others and practicing gratitude can also be beneficial. For a very detailed, step-by-step process with interactive activities, you can work with me in a happiness training visiting arata.se/happiness. By taking control of your thoughts and focusing on the positive, you can train your brain to think more positively and improve your overall well-being.